What's this? We're on time? Ahead of time?
No way.
Breaking news, you guys. After Sony's amazing press conference, State of Pay last week, I went out and I got some concave thumbsticks and put it on my DualSense. God, this thing is feeling real slick now, boys. I'm getting tuned in. Xbox controller is dead.
You know what it feels like?
These nuts. Yeah, I know.
Got him.
The Nerd Chat.
Is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days.
Hosted by a group of best friends.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Guys, during these dark PlayStation times, there's only one man,
Hey guys.
one hero who can bring PlayStation back to the promised land. Bring back Crying Jim Ryan. We need you now. Oh, hello. Daddy Diwali here. Welcome to the Nerd Chat, a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. Joining me as always is not Bo Nix, other Nix. Both Nix.
Both Nixes.
Is my homeboy. Let's hear it, Bo.
Oh, here's what I have to say instead.
Oh, God.
I will welcome everyone. I will pass my intro to our guest, Mr. Badbit. How are you doing tonight, Joe? Welcome, buddy.
I wish I could say it's happy to be here, but I'm pissed. It's been a bad day for video games, you guys. It's been
a rough day, my friend.
Indeed. Other than that, I'm all right. I'm all right, man.
All right, welcome to the show. Based PS Trophy Room leader number one. He went on a rant today, and despite what's going on, I love to see the passion.
Yeah.
We need to give Mr. Badbit credit. Mr. Joseph Moran, leader of the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. Everyone go watch his video. I watched it.
Yes.
I praised
all
him.
the way through.
I
Watch
did, yes,
time.
all the way through. And I was actually going to pull up, I commented. I was
shared.
Pull up a quote and a screenshot from that video. So don't worry, we're going to talk more about that later. So joining me as always, as well as Yikes, Bacon Gaming.
Yeah, we'll get to the yikes here in a minute. I'm sure that's topic number one, but had a great day today, gentlemen. I got all my new grips for all my golf clubs and put them on in my 32
Did
degree
you say new grips?
garage.
Like new grips of these?
It was really cold. I had to break out the space heater.
It was cold out there today.
Golf season is
not
upon
Minnesota
us.
cold.
Yeah.
Not
Did you
Nova
guys see
Scotia
that picture
cold.
of Snow? Todd complained about being the snowplow. I'm like, it was like 2 inches, dude. What are you talking about, bro? Come on, calm
That's
down.
a significant amount.
Well, Jose.
That's what she said.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Thank you. And Bubble Boy and 7. This has to be illegal.
Yeah. And I warned my co-hosts before, but I'm going to need about 37 minutes to explain what happened at work over the last week. So buckle up, people. And I need to know if this is worth pressing charges for at the end of the day, basically. So over the past week or so, I don't even know how to start. This is Jose. How dare you?
It's true. I made everyone go outside today.
I'll just start with there was a turd on the floor in an adult bathroom at school.
How did that happen? How does that happen?
You tell me. A turd on the floor in the bathroom. There was also, and this was a separate incident in the same location of a bathroom, streaks on the top of the toilet seat, which I'm like, listen, I have done some damage to some toilet bowls, and I have what I would probably consider self-diagnosed IBS constantly. I've never done that. I don't think I've ever gotten it on.
Yeah,
the
you
top
wipe
of
it
the
clean. You
toilet
always wipe
seat.
it, right? You take care of
Okay.
business.
Do you think they heard the
Not
PlayStation
bitches.
news as well?
They could have been okay. I assume huge Bloodborne fan that is just devastated. If that's true, just leave a note. Hey, addicted to Bloodborne. I get it. I get it. I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm not even to the bad part yet. So actually, this wasn't the worst part, but I'll get there. There was also a full log left unflushed, not a Chipotle Bandit type log, but a log.
Wait. This all happened. This was all the same incident.
within a week.
Okay,
Within a week.
okay. So
It's
somebody.
it's like, hey, who's gonna go check out? Who's gonna see what episode
what
3
is this? Is this a single stall private throne? We're talking
Two
about here?
different ones. So the 300 hallway, Daniel. You remember?
No.
Not where you were,
I have
not
no
the
idea.
shitter that you had to sit next door to for.
Dude, I heard people pooping in
I
my
know.
office.
The one in the
We could hear it.
closer. Just full log, okay. And then this is the one where I can't comprehend, okay. And I don't think I have a couple of names for it. I believe we're going to refer to them moving forward as the Trim Reaper. Can you guess what the Trim Reaper has done?
Oh God, I don't.
The
Want
Trim Reaper, that's right, is shaving their pubes
Oh.
at work.
I knew it because I've thought about doing the same thing.
What?
Thought about
What?
Just kidding.
In the
No, just kidding. I've never done that. I've shaved at work. Not my pubes. Just to be
Shut
clear.
the
you mean you
fuck,
shave?
It. That's what I'm like. Who?
Wait, Chance. Wait. Let me throw this at you. Are you
Yeah.
sure it was pubes? Because
So
wait. So I've gotten haircuts, and you know how you have the leftover flakes. It's not you got to rinse off. You got to rinse it off in the sink. I've done that many times.
And I think Muffin Mon is onto something because this has to have been the story. I'm like, well, I have to come up with my own story now. And this was a guy who I got this hot date, but I have to go to work, and I don't know if I have time in between. What should I do? I don't know. I'll just pack the clippers and I'll manscape right there in the
This is
trash
crazy.
can.
This
In
is
the
crazy.
trash can too. Why not flush it? Why not toilet? Okay, in the trash can, and then didn't hit the trash can with more pubes than not. I don't. So is this illegal? Is this worth posting? So we already had a nasty gram from our boss, and he needed to do this, but about like, guys, it's funny, but like we have to stop posting mean signs in the bathroom about like clean up after yourself. And one person like a year ago, it said like, it's not as big as you think, step closer and stop dribbling. And I was like, that was pretty good. So I have a wanted poster. This is what it's going to say. Okay.
Oh, God.
Crimes include leaving evidence on the seat, abandoning turd stains like a medieval siege artist. Once, and we wish this were fiction, depositing poo on the floor, the fucking floor. Let it be known this is not a barn. This is not the wild. This is not a Jackson Pollock experiment in Brown. It should be a criminal to leave biological war crimes behind for others to discover. And let us be absolutely clear. It is not the job of our wonderful custodial staff to clean up after grown adults who refuse to check their aim, lift a seat, wipe a surface, or behave like members of modern society. The custodial team keeps this place running. They deserve respect, not forensic investigations. If you are the Brown Baron or the Trim Reaper, inspect the seat. It's poop related. Clean your mistakes. Act like a human being.
Okay.
Can I interject?
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that story, Bubble Boy. Dear God.
So
Chains sounds guilty. Not gonna lie.
I'll bet
Probably is guilty.
I will bet $3 that it's a female. One time I came into an abomination.
Here we are.
No, I came into an abomination.
It's true. They never want to take it.
Hold on.
Megan's onto something.
No.
A woman was clogged the
Yes.
toilet recently. I had to go down and tell them
boy.
because I knew that they weren't going to tell our custodians that it was
All
clogged.
right,
I
tell us
walked into an atrocity in a porta potty once at a golf course, like
Ooh, no.
life altering atrocity. And my wife looks at me and goes, "I bet it was a woman because women hover. They're
So-
afraid. They're afraid to plant. Men are like,
No, I do it.
I'll
I
shower
heard
later.
about this.
Oh, well,
You
yes.
put the toilet paper on the seat.
I'm
That
telling
was
you,
the hovering thing. I was like, what is this hovering thing?
it's a lady thing.
I had never considered such a thing because when I take a shit, I need to
You
be
either
comfortable.
you
I need
either
to be- I need
sit
to be
or you put
planted,
toilet paper.
right? I need
Yes.
square footage, you know?
Yes. And that's my
Okay.
throne.
So,
Like
right?
I need to own it. And I gotta have something to hold on to. Because I know it's gonna get rough. And I just people.
Dang.
We're living in a society.
So
All right.
anyway, I'm here.
10 minutes in.
I was here to talk PlayStation, but we went on a 6-minute tirade
journey.
about.
It's
Look, I
actually
said
been 10.
37. I cut it down to maybe 4.
All right. Well, there you have it. If you're a listener at Gateway High School and you work there, just figure it
Yes,
You're on
out.
notice.
I mean, like I
Pitter-patter.
said,
Figure it out.
just gotta be just a little bit better at cleaning up after yourself. Like
That's
that is crazy, Chance. Like this person
I
just
just come on.
I can't wait to share this story at my work
maybe
tomorrow.
it was
I
a
just want you to know
medical
that.
thing.
And I have a medical thing.
Maybe someone has a seizure while taking care of
And
business.
again, they have to replace all the plumbing at Gateway. That was what we're doing. That's what we're doing with some of our.
Sorry,
I
Tim,
thought this
we're
was about
we're almost
PlayStation.
there,
And I'm
Tim,
like,
for-
as someone who's worked there for 16 years, I am probably personally responsible for at least 50% of the damage that goes on in those pipes. And I still am not a fucking savage to
Oh.
where there's poop stains.
all right, let's wrap this up. The poop bandit is loose at Gateway High School. Thank you, Chance, for sharing that
Thank
story.
you,
The
thank
Trim
you.
Reaper. Let's move on, Jose. Let's get to what everybody they don't care about giant shits and pubes. Let's move on
Exactly,
to news
Todd.
story number
Exactly.
1, Jose.
News team, assemble!
Thank you for that 11-minute intro.
I have
News
to use
story
my
number
platform for good, right?
It's fair.
It's debatable.
Breaking news reported by Jason Schreier over at bluesky.social.net. PlayStation is shutting down Bluepoint Games, the studio responsible for modern remakes of classic games such as Demon Souls, Shadow of the Colossus. Bloomberg News has learned a shocking end for a well-respected studio. Roughly 70 employees will be impacted by the Bluepoint closure. Guys, again, everybody go watch Joe's based video. Joe brought up that tweet or whatever post about the Metacritic ratings for all of these amazing games that Bluepoint has done. Okay. Joe, you've gone on a tirade. You are PlayStation fan number 1 for the show.
Am I?
Well,
By a pretty
Second.
wide margin.
I
Game's close.
I have been on PlayStation since 2009, first trophy. Everybody
you
go check.
Yeah.
Joe, you're a guest here. Take it away. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. I'm not gonna lie, Joe. I was shocked when I saw this today. I know it's a smaller studio, and I know it's only remasters and remakes. I don't make it make sense, Joe.
Dude, I said it in the video, and I wanted to expound, but I didn't want to go too long because I knew I'd get lost in the sauce. But if you're a team that's not named Insomniac, Naughty Dog, and Santa Monica, man, I'd start to get real nervous about where my position is in this company. If I am a media molecule, where do I stand with this company? If I am a Bend, where do I stand with this company? These are the things we have to think about, right? Because if you're not winning awards like your Team Asobi, or you're not selling 10 million plus units like your, Sucker Punch, you're on the chopping block. And this is not just for PlayStation. This is for everyone. The threat isn't necessarily live service. It's the industry being drunkenly like almost like you see in Looney Tunes with Donald Duck getting like enchanted by the smell of the pie. That's the smell of the live service. These companies are throwing hundreds of millions and now billions of dollars into these live service projects, and they once they see that they have to actually work for that audience, they drop that game. If it is not an immediate hit, it's dropped. And so, it's bewildering to me why Herman Holst, right, the head of PlayStation Studios, when I bought a studio that is world renowned in remaking, remastering games and wants to make an original IP. Oh, wait, after they're done supporting Santa Monica with Ragnarok, I'm going to have them make a live service God of War game.
It's wild.
It lacks all logic. If you're Haven Studios, you're making, I even forgot the name, like that's
Fair
how
Games?
bad we are right now.
Fair
That
Games.
studio's Fair Games. That game's alive, but again, there's so much in the PlayStation pantheon of things you could remake, remaster that your fans are clamoring for.
That's what I
They
was just
go-
going to say, Joe, right there. I know you want them to make their own IP, which would have been great, or even remaster Bloodborne. They could have indefinitely just kept making wonderful remakes and
Right.
remasters.
And it's not like they're a huge team. They're a small
Yeah.
team. You could
A
make
good
slide
team.
collection and a great team. You can make a slide collection. You can make a Bloodborne collection. You can make Infamous. You can make whatever you want, right? And instead, here we are. We're in this part of this industry, and it's an existential threat at this point, where games are taking way too long to make, and are being overly developed. And then when they come out, the audiences have either dropped the excitement for the game because it's been 7 freaking years, or the enhancements over time don't match to what's out today, right? And we saw that with Horizon, Forbidden West. So if these games aren't hitting like they used to in terms of, there's diminishing returns, well, why can't you just get them out in a shorter span and then capture that hype that people have for it? Do what a CD Projekt Red is planning to do. It's very ambitious this day and age, but they're like, yeah, every other year there's going to be a Witcher game. Do that. I don't know what you're doing here. Buying studios and then just canceling them 5 years later. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
It doesn't make any sense
they're
anymore.
on pace to do it again.
What is
And maybe again. Like,
Yeah.
it? God of
and some,
War
and
live
so these are
service
recent,
game.
Joe. These aren't like old. Like, these are recent acquisitions. Like,
Right.
I like Muffin Man said, like, Media Molecule hasn't pulled out a real game in a decade plus. If they come for my Nixes, said Frank Conductor, I will riot.
I'll
And
be right
break
there
No,
with
all
you.
Nexus is safe
They're
because they're
safe.
doing the
They're
port.
safe. Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the only one making them money right now.
Dude, but we would've thought Bluepoint was safe. Like,
Gosh. And they're not even a big
Nexus
team
is fine.
either.
It's fine.
70 people. That's an accounting error. You could just stash them away.
Bungie is next, says Panda. I don't know. I think, Joe, did you mention that in your video? I think it depends on Marathon. If Marathon
I-
can be a hit,
Did a whole lot of cussing that episode. Yeah.
It's cool. We'll be faster on the bleep trigger this
All
time.
right, good. Yeah, no, I mean, every time they mention Bungie, which guys, like, hit that like, share. The like button is extremely important, guys. The like button is extremely important.
all right, I'll go back
But-
and do it right now for you, Joe.
But
I
no,
agree.
I'm saying right here, right now.
He's
like,
on
right
our
now.
show. Like our show.
I like Joe's video though.
I did like Joe's video, you're right? And I
But
commented.
if you click it again, Dan, you have to watch it all the way through. Just mute it.
I'll let it
and
run in
then-
the background. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, but like, with Bungie, every time they talk about it, it's with such disdain and disappointment,
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And so it's like, if you're Herman, man, well, it's got to make you wonder. First off, was Bungie Herman's? No, but he was definitely a part of it. Maybe you could fall back on Jim Ryan being the dumb idiot that signed that one, but
Hey,
even then, it's wild because this generation, they just coasted off the successes of the people that got them there. There has not been one project that comes to my mind that Herman Holst greenlit and that it's been a huge freaking success.
Well-
Everything has been from his predecessor, even down to the live service ones like Helldivers. That is not
it's
his.
crazy. Joe,
We haven't
who's
seen
worse?
Hunters-
Who's worse?
we
Who's
haven't
worse?
seen
Wait,
Hunter's Gathering yet, though.
As I was
so
just
we
gonna
might-
say.
wait.
I'm sure that's Herman.
Herman Holst or Matt Booty?
Oh man, that's a race to the bottom, isn't it? It's a race to the bottom.
We need a celebrity death match. Remember that show between those two?
Oh,
Hey, no
God,
boomer
that was
references
good.
on the
It
show
would-
anymore.
no. If it was celebrity death match, they find a way to kill themselves. Yeah, no, it's yeah. We're at this point, gang. I said in our private chats, but and I'll say here, no big publisher has the answer. No big publisher has the cure. All of them are riding the symptoms of this live servicing. Even Nintendo is having a rough time making games.
Explain to me your Nintendo thing, because I'm not seeing it. Explain it,
Sure. Did you see the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2?
Best-selling Nintendo hardware.
Oh, I bet. We have Mario Kart, Donkey Kong.
Good.
Mm.
Great.
Okay.
Metroid? Forgot Metroid?
Right. The lowest scoring prime.
Well,
How could I forget?
7
We
years
picked
in
that
the
one
making
in
might do that.
Pokemon. Hey, those guys will literally buy anything. It shows.
But what about
At
their
Pokemon,
games
yeah.
and their sales of software?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's
Sony
good
would
during the holiday
die
season.
for those. Well, I'm just, Nintendo, they make good games.
They have been making great ones since Bonanza.
Joe, I'll come back to you here in a second. Bacon, you're a fellow Sony shareholder. I don't know. You almost sold your stock today at the. When you heard about this?
Did
news.
you really?
I was close. Funny, stock didn't even get touched. That's the wild.
What?
Thing. Yeah, they got lost. I think it went down like 50 cents, and
Yeah,
I thought
you're the only gamer that owns that stock. Then probably.
Right. I look at everything through the lens. I look at the fanatical guys on one side and the other. I don't lump Joe in on this, or Kyle, or Light, or the standard,
or Eric.
Right. I am absolutely loving this right now, because not for the fact these guys lost jobs and stuff like that. It is the fact of how much shit Xbox took for everything they've ever done, and the console leader in sales, who has shipped, per the trophy room last night's episode, 92.2 million consoles.
Killing it.
That this company, record profits, has said in a calendar week that we're going to start milking our loyal fan base as much as we can, so we don't have to raise the price of the console to get new people into this ecosystem. So we're going to raise the price.
One person on my comments yelled at me. They're like, they could just mean they're releasing more games.
No,
They're
going to raise the price of their headset.
You buffoon, dude.
All their overpriced controllers are going to be even more overpriced. So in a calendar week, they've told them that, and then they've shuttered a 70-person studio who actually created good products. And I swear, a 70-person studio is probably an accounting error somewhere. Someone's like, "Hey, what's this? Like $3 million it costs over here." Hey, nobody knows. Oh, that's an accounting error. That's Bluepoint. I cannot. This just goes to show that all those guys that have done nothing but champion console sales since 2020, when these next gens came out, and they've nothing but just screaming from the rooftops that Sony can't lose. Sony can't. Microsoft is cheeks. They're buns. They can't do anything right. They can't get out of their own way. They closed Hi-Fi Rush. And where are we right now for a company that has shipped 92 million consoles? Where do we think the Xbox is at right now? What did we decide last week? 35, 36, 37? Right. Dude, if it wasn't for, I swear to God, if it wasn't for Xbox feeding all their games to Sony right now, I have no words.
This entire generation has
no words for what Sony
incredibly disappointing.
They announced that they're more profitable. Their consoles are making a profit each time they sell, right? Well, before RAM went up, so who knows if it's still profitable. 92 million of those puppies, and this is their answer today. Less than a week after they have their best state of play that we all agree we've seen in quite some time, and they shutter a studio.
This is an Xbox move. Stepping on a rake.
And that's the thing. They're raising their prices. They've already said they're raising their prices. They're just literally following Xbox right down the same hole that Xbox has buried themselves in. And I don't know. I'm done. I'm off my high horse. This is ridiculous.
Frank Conductor says, "Love you, Bacon." Bubble Boy, what's your reaction to this news? Because I don't know if you're not really a big Bluepoint fan, are you?
Oh my God, Demon Souls. That was one of the
great. Played those games.
That's still probably my favorite, but one of my favorite PlayStation games right now.
Dude, when I look back on my time with my short-lived time with my PS5, that I would have taken that over Ragnarok. I think if like you were like, "Hey, Desert Island, one game to play, that or Ragnarok," yeah, give me that. I can't. Why am I drawing a blank on the other games I played on my PS5? Joe, help me out here.
Ratchet and Clank,
What's that?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Spider-Man's great. I am so sad at this because it if they had listened to any fan that has ever played Bloodborne, they know that would be take my money, charge $200, $300, $400 for that, and I'll be like, I guess I have to. I don't know. I mean, sure, it seems a little overpriced, but yeah, take my money. To think that could have been done by the team that needed to do it and would have done it so beautifully well. It's just sad. I'm genuinely sad. And I'm looking at my own tagline now, like maybe that's what I was talking about. And it wasn't the turd burglar. Maybe it should be illegal to cancel good game companies like this. Like I just don't get it.
Like I agree. Like that they were good. They made yes, it wasn't an original IP, but they made excellent products. You know, I don't know if this is similar to who made Hi-Fi Rush? What was it?
Tango
GameWorks and their games and their situation, but at the same time, I see the similarities, and it's incredibly frustrating. Jose, you haven't really shared us. What was your thoughts about the news today? Because I'm still I just don't understand that they could have done so many other moves with Bluepoint, and closing them would have been the last thing I would have thought that was on the list. So go ahead, Jose.
I mean, truly, the first thing I thought of was Joe, and I, because even though we've joked with him for literally years at this point about the Bloodborne thing, I was just like, oh my God, like that's never going to happen. Because like full disclosure, I still have never played Bloodborne, mostly because I was truly holding out for like a PC port. Like I was like, I know it's aged at this point. I'd rather play a modern version. I know it's coming because it's beloved. Like it'd be stupid not to play this game. Or I'm sorry, to remake this game. And so I was just like, that's insane that they're doing this. I did immediately just did some homework and like, what was the last game they did? And it was Demon Souls. So that's 2020. That was literally, at this point, 6 years ago. They did, of course, help with Ragnarok, but they were support. They weren't the developers of that. So it's not that I agree with it, but I blame Sony for not better utilizing them is the better way to put it, right? Because I'm sure Sony saw this as a like, well, they haven't done anything in 3 years. What are we doing paying them for? That's a Sony problem. They should have known better to be like, we have this talent, we should use it for good. But it also made me think of, funnily enough, I was watching last night or listening last night to the Matt Piscatella interview with Luke on XUP, and there's a really great short from Luke's thing. You should watch the whole interview, but if you don't, go watch the short.
Yeah, I got to go listen to that.
Where Matt Piscatella says, he says basically we're at a point right now in gaming for big studios and even medium studios that if you don't hit everything perfectly, your beta release, your alpha release, your server slam weekends, and your launch and your social media and everything, if it's not perfect, you're not going to make it, because it's just they spend too much time and money making these, and they want all of that time and money back, and it's just not how this works in today's world. And that's a little terrifying. I also immediately thought about the question of, for the last couple of months, we've heard this rhetoric that I think is true, to be fair, that if you're a new developer, the platform that you want to develop for is PlayStation. It's not Xbox, right? Which hurts us because we're Xbox fans, but I understand it, right? Like, why would you potentially develop for a platform that may not exist in some X amount of time in the future? But this kind of news would terrify me, right? Because it's like, yeah, but PlayStation's also closing all their studio. And I know it's different because you can still develop for PlayStation and not be a PlayStation studio. Like, I understand that distinction, but it's just it's a crazy time with games. You know what I'm saying? I guess my only hope, maybe there's a silver lining, is maybe the Bluepoint team goes and start a new company that's just not owned by Sony, call it something else, and then it doesn't mean we're going to get Bloodborne still, but they still can use their talents, or they can get picked up by teams that will, appreciate what they do. It just sucks, dude, because these are very talented people who do really, like, their resume is amazing, like, from a gaming standpoint. That's what's so frustrating.
Here's the depressing thing, right? Where you're like, oh, they could do it. They could resurrect themselves, right?
Yeah.
With one money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The investor class is pulling more and more of their money out of games and into AI. There's less and less investment into games right now than ever before. And yeah, you're completely right. Listen, if this thing doesn't hit immediately, look at Highguard. Look at Concord. They just don't have the faith and the wherewithal or the financial to be like, yeah, we can't sink tens of millions of dollars into this over the next course of 6 months. It needs to be a hit right now.
Yep.
You know, Hazard Gaming. I saw this tweet while you were ranting, and it hit me. He writes, seeing this quote many times, we're operating in an increasingly challenging industry environment. Rising development costs slowed industry growth. If this is the state of a 90 plus million or more console sold platform, then the industry needs a reboot because clearly it's not sustainable. And that's the thing. The AAA market is not sustainable. There is less and less AAA publishers now than ever. The ones that are out are looking to be bought by bigger companies because they do not have the answers nor the financials to, take any more risks than they already are. And then when you're at the indie level, you are going against and competing with literally thousands of games every single day. And if you're a double A game, you're going up against those, you're going up against the big triple A's, and you are trying to find your hit. So while we see indies are quote unquote the future, it's also built on shaky ground. So what these storefronts really need to be doing is that there needs to be more curation. You don't see that in Steam, and you don't see that in PlayStation. You don't see that in Nintendo. There is so much, and I hate to use
Is it the responsibility of the platforms to say to
100%,
curate the games, or
100%.
is it on the developer, Joe, to stop trying to make certain games a certain way and stop with these 100-hour games, stop with these massive budgets, stop with we say that all the time. Joe, I've been playing the Call of Duty campaigns. I don't know if that's the best example because they spend millions and millions into it, but I'm talking about length and the actual 10 to 15 hour sweet spot. Like, people don't finish games. People aren't playing games the way they used to, and you either have to adapt or this is what happens. Like, we've talked about this all the time. What's the solution, Joe? I don't want to put it on Xbox and Nintendo and Steam to say we got to start curating games. We got to push it back on the developers a little bit.
It's a little bit of
Steam benefit from having a better curated gallery too.
There's so much AI, and I hate using this word, but there's so much AI slop on these storefronts. It's ridiculous.
I don't disagree.
When I talk to people in the PR firm, like PR side, like talking to Kyle, he's like, you know how it's hell on earth for Steam Next Fest because the amount of femboy simulators that we're up against, it's just a treasure trove of garbage. And then you also see big AAA studios work around those promotions because they have so much money. So it's it's a bit of both. Yes, games need to be shorter, scope creep and all that. But discoverability is a huge problem. And so many people with the easy trophies, easy platinum games, right, are flooding the stores, and it makes it harder for people to browse that storefront. So that's a huge problem on PlayStation that they haven't solved. And for Steam as well, it's a big problem that they haven't solved either.
Maybe Dan disagrees. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm out. He's like, they found out about my femboy simulator.
All I know is whichever C-suite exec ordered these gentlemen or that group to make a God of War live game. How is that
a lot of these decisions
not walking out with
Last
the
of
team
Us Factions? You can't give that awesome IP and idea to somebody else if Naughty Dog can't handle the ongoing live service aspect of it. Like, there's so many decisions, Joe.
What is a God of War?
To Xbox, it's like, what are you guys doing? You have great options here. You have great IP that we haven't seen, like a SOCOM, like a Resistance. I know maybe they weren't the biggest sellers back then, and they might not now, but that's got to be more appealing than some of these decisions that we've gotten. Sorry,
what does that game even look like, though? A God of War live service game?
We'll never know.
It looks like
whoever that exec
it looks
is,
like Horizon's Hunter's Gathering.
Any good leader needs to fall on his sword. Someone told them to make that game, and that guy should be like, "Ooh, my bad."
People have been saying that about Xbox leadership for a long time too, including.
Well, no, listen. Listen, there's a reason why Herman Hulst isn't the CEO of PlayStation and Jim Ryan's no longer the CEO of PlayStation. God. It's like, and that's the thing. Again, when we go back to Matt Booty, I don't know how he's still there. It's magic.
It's crazy.
He must have the unredacted list.
I like Todd's quote here. Capcom can make
It
a
took me a
Resident
second,
Evil
Joe.
game
Thank you.
almost every year. How is that possible? But then the nerd chat responded, the Resident Evil scope is not that long relative to some of these other master games. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but the production of these, Jose, I would argue, is just as good as the PlayStation.
Yeah, but
first
here,
party games.
you're absolutely right. Here's where I was going with that though. So like take Forbidden West, and not the sequel to it, right? Because it was a newer IP, right? Because they were like, we have to basically
Zero
build
Dawn,
this
you
whole
mean?
Yes.
No, Forbidden West. There's the sequel to it. So even after the first game, right? They're like, this game did awesome for us. It's everybody loves this IP. We need to do a sequel. I don't know what the time length was, but it was years. That is something that, and I can't speak for Joe, but I just know because I know you guys and I know myself, that is not a world in which that's not how we operate in our jobs. Like, and again, we're biased because we're educators and stuff, but like the scope of what we do is at the very most limited to 1 year, right? That's how we think of our jobs year over year and stuff. But could you imagine what it is to say, like, we're going to spend 6 years developing a game, right? Like, where the whole first year, no one is doing anything on a computer other than taking notes, other than talking about like ideas for monsters and story and plots and stuff. That takes so long, right? RE is different in one that those campaigns are much shorter. Like truly, they're awesome campaigns and they're decently long. I'm not saying they're a problem, but they're not huge. They're not 40-hour stories.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And you have most of your assets. You know what your zombies look like. You know what your crawlers look like, if that's what you have. They went through some weird experimental stuff in 5 and 6 and then brought it back with 7. But ultimately, like, the character models haven't shifted that much. They still use the RE engine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of the same way that Elden Ring can keep happening, and those games, because they use the same assets. They just modify them.
But
they
can't
upgrade
you
their
say
engine.
that for Horizon and God of War and Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yote? Like,
I mean, to your point, Dan, I think it's weird that you
Spider-Man?
can. I think
Spider-Man,
it's wild.
that's a great example. We've had multiple Spider-Man.
Yes.
The city was already there. It was already,
But I think that's my frustration. Exactly that point is that you're right with God of War and with Spider-Man and with Yote. And this is not to crap on PlayStation. It just happened that those 3 be PlayStation games. But how does it take that long when you're like, dude, we have a lot of these rendered assets. The story, like Spider-Man is a great example. There's so many Spider-Man stories. You don't even have to write them. You could just pick them from the comic lines. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go to a comic book store, pay the clerk $1,000 to be like, what's the best Spider-Man story? He'd have it to you that day. And then you're writing.
License it though.
And yeah, you have to pay for the license. But dude, once you get that, that's, I think what's getting frustrating is like, at some point it was our fault because we wanted better graphics, and better graphics just take time. They eat up computing power. The rendering takes forever. But as we've kind of hit this kind of like max that we're going to get for the foreseeable future, we're still operating like it's taking years to get these done. And that's just too expensive for companies, right? Investors like Bacon, they don't want to spend their money doing that. I don't blame them.
It
But
takes too long, and the investment
It
might
is.
not pay off.
Correct.
Shinobi. This is kind of like a little breaking, I guess. But he was asked. He actually does his shit when it comes to PlayStation Inside stuff. Asked about the situation. He goes, "I love Bluepoint, and it's extremely sad. The simple answer is the team didn't have a product after almost 6 years, and we're far away from realizing revenue, which makes them a target." That's the thing. So you go, okay, so how does a God of War title get lit? Well, how do you get your game approved, especially when you're under the pressures of Jim Ryan, who wants to make 11 live service games? You get that funding by putting those mechanics in your game. Simple as that, right? And so what Jim Ryan was a fool, and same with Holst, for trying to do is trying to reconfigure the DNA of these studios that do one thing and try to make them into something totally different. And listen, you get lightning in the bottle with Guerrilla and Horizon after Killzone, but you can't expect that every studio can do that same pivot. You just can't. And so what you have is a situation where after they're working on a game that doesn't, the hook isn't there, then they're caught with their pants down. They go, okay, well, you need to make a game and we need to see something now. And what do? I mean, your Bluepoint, right? Like, you could convince them, hey, I need to go make an Infamous remaster. This could whatever. But then you go, okay, well, how much is an Infamous collection going to actually make, and is that going to what are the returns going to actually look like, and how fast can you churn that out, and is it going to meet our quality standards? And then once you start asking those questions, the answer becomes easier and easier, which is you got to cut this studio loose.
Yeah, but can't you? But I will push back on the remasters because at this point, why not just release it on everything? Like there's a way to get a bunch more money on these remakes and remasters. You don't have to keep it exclusive to PlayStation. At this point, like some of these old games, like what's the point now? Like
especially for something like Bloodborne.
Yeah, I'm not arguing for for them to go the Xbox route fully, but like at least, I mean, do PC and Nintendo? I mean, I don't know.
They still value exclusives. They see the value. I think.
Just imagine though, Joe, if Xbox was like, and I think you said this in the video, like, what if they were competing right now?
Yes.
And then with the generation that Sony has had right now.
Brother, let me tell you the ridiculous comment I got. They're like, the PlayStation isn't a monopoly. Xbox is. I'm like, okay, sure. Here's an AI response. No, you're right. Like, if they were actually had strong competition, I don't know. I don't even know if that helps. To be honest, we're in a really I don't
scary.
think people
It's
understand
scary.
the gravity of the situation that we're in. The market leader of the console race said, we also don't know what the hell to do. You understand the position that Xbox is in, right? So to go off the Xbox pivot that you asked, this is a company that has sold a third, theoretically. I don't know the number. We don't know. The only number we've heard is what, either 30 or 40 million. Now understand the pressure that they have, because games are just as expensive on their end with half the install base, if I'm being generous to them, right? So then their only option is to go everywhere, right? PlayStation, I don't know their math. I don't. But they still see, hey, there's this community over at Xbox. Maybe now that they're whatever they are, maybe there is a way that we can get the rest of those guys over here and grow this console segment, but also appease the folks in our camp, but expand deeper into PC. That's what you're seeing. So when they talk about, oh, we'll just monetize our audience more, the hope is you get more, limited edition controllers or whatever have you. We talked about that on the trophy room, but in actuality, you just raise the price on them. Phil talked about it, and Xbox has done it, right? You know, that Game Pass $30. That just doesn't just happen. It's a necessity for these idiots. Hey, Bubba Boy, you were raising your hand. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, no. So like,
you found the poop bandit.
Yeah, we figured it out. It was me. I wonder. So that idea of exclusivity makes some sense, but if truly the only idea at the end of the day is to make money, why couldn't they just say, okay, here you go, let's port Bloodborne to PC and Xbox and see what happens?
Spider-Man, a known IP, could go to Xbox and fund all their studios.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying no, but listen, I'm not even going down that road. The reason I picked Bloodborne, one, because I want it, and two, because that studio has done things on cross-platform, and everybody from a Switch owner who has played Dark Souls Remastered to Xbox PC owner, whatever, have understood what From can give to them. And so that's why I'm picking Bloodborne. Why can't that be their cash cow that then says, okay, maybe we should remake this?
I think there's a deeper reason why Bloodborne isn't there, to be honest. But for the Xbox reason, and I know it's something nobody likes to say. I know I don't. I know.
Here we go, guys.
I'm so sorry this upsets so many of you guys. You guys are a very passionate audience, and I appreciate you guys deeply.
21
I
really right now live.
Do. 20 of you guys, I love you guys. If you 20 of y'all bought more of these games, we wouldn't be having these conversations. Like PlayStation would be like, all right, throw Last of Us over there. But there's a reason why there's a lot of developers that, they come out with the PlayStation version and maybe a Nintendo version, and maybe at the end of the day, like the Xbox version comes, but it doesn't arrive day one, because it's the install base is smaller, and Yes, guys, they trained you guys not to buy the game. I don't know how many times.
buy
I'm so
games,
sorry.
Joe. I buy the
I know,
games.
and I get it. The 7 people on social media say the same thing, but the numbers don't. The math doesn't
But
match.
hey, guess what, Joe?
Right.
Nobody's buying games on PlayStation either. That's also the problem.
Yes.
Not enough.
Exactly.
That's the problem, and truly, that's the biggest conundrum because we have all these live service games, right? Fortnite, Call of
Yes.
Duties that you're competing with.
Free to play.
Yeah. The most played games year over year.
That
The problem
Roblox
with the-
stat, did you see that Luke sent?
Yeah, no, I know the apocalypse is happening, but like, at the end of the day, that like, you have
I'm
to make the
scared.
math on these guys. If you know they counted the beans and they said, hey, if The Last of Us sells another 1 million units on Xbox, it's not worth it for us.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree.
Todd Oxer's question here is
About
Naughty Dog's
Yep.
next game even profitable? You bet your ass it is. That's like, I'm telling you, there are 3 studios that can do whatever they want.
You think it's going to be profitable, guaranteed. The amount of time they're taking. And what if the anti-woke gang gets a hold of this, Joe?
Those people don't matter. They don't. They're
Well,
loud on social
You're right.
media.
Because we saw it with Yote. Okay.
You saw with Yote's it's selling faster than Tsushima, right? Like, if the game is appealing looking, people will buy the game. Even if the game's ugly as shit. Look at Arc Raiders. Sorry. Arc Raiders' art style is offensive.
It's true. I'm
to
not
me.
the biggest fan of their characters.
sucks.
But the world and
The
gameplay.
world's
though.
cool, but the art sucks. If the game is
Arc-
good,
Arc-
they will come and they will play it.
All
If
right.
if the next Naughty Dog game is ass, then
Mm.
it ain't selling.
Okay.
But chances are it's gonna sell well, and then there'll be a TV
It's going to be
show.
well made. Wait, let's.
And hold on, because Logan, I don't think I agree, or maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Didn't right after Hogwarts like come out? They're like, yeah, we need more live service. We don't want any more of these single player epics. Like they're like that. Like I think, unless you're saying that wrong, I think that's not at all.
No, he's saying
talking about the
that
social
it
issues.
doesn't
He's
matter.
talking about the
Yeah, he's
social
saying-
issues.
Hogwarts sold
Controversy.
even after all the
Gotcha.
hatred
Gotcha.
toward the author. So
Yeah.
Let's close off this great discussion with a question from the audience. Captain Logan sent this in as we were right before we started. It's in our Nerd Chat Discord. Bacon, how do people find the Nerd Chat Discord?
DM any of us, and we'll give you access.
I don't know how to share it.
Or they can
Free
just
access.
ask. Can't they ask the government? Don't they have?
Oh, yeah. Bring your IDs. Captain Logan asked, question. If Sony can close Bluepoint, can we really hope that Blade from Arcane Leon will survive with them being 3 years since their announcement?
Yes.
Yeah, because Game Pass is backing Blade. Until Game Pass,
Jose, go ahead. Jose,
there's
I saw
still
you.
gonna be money.
Jose,
I mean, this is one of those passion projects for me because I've loved Blade since before Marvel had a universe, and I just need a Blade game. Like it has been ripe for a game for 30 years, and I need this. But
so we're going on hope.
I mean, I'm always going on hope. That's how I run. But I would say I agree with Bacon that I think one of and it's a fundamental problem. Joe's right that like the game studios kind of backed us into, or not the game studios, the corporations backed us into a corner by saying we want you on a service because service is recurring money, and so we've all become attuned to services with Game Pass and PS Plus and Netflix and everything. But now it's not enough money, and they're like, you got to buy games too, and we're like, but why would I buy games? Because I get it on a subscription service. Right. That's an inherent problem that they're running into. But here's my one, and you can think I'm crazy. A lot of people do. One way that they could potentially fix the problem of buying games, and the answer is in Arc Raiders. And I'm not a big as supporter like Dan is. It's like and Dan's gonna make fun of me. In the 90s, when we were young, and Bacon was already like mid-aged, there was this time that we used to buy these things called CDs. And you'd go to Target or Sam Goody, and you'd hear a banger like "Mbop" by Hanson, and you'd be like, "Oh, I gotta buy that! I gotta buy that album for that song." And you'd have to go spend $25 to go get the CD, the full CD.
$9.
I mean, 10, 12.
Yeah, 15, 10 to 15, Jose. Let's not get
Sam
tired.
Goody. What Sam Goody were you going to, sir?
There was a time where like $20 for the obscure ones, maybe not Mbop, but some other ones. But here's what happened:
Spice Girls.
This radical company, Apple, said, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't just sell the album. We just let them buy the game. and they started doing it for $1, and everybody thought they were insane at the time, and it became one of the most profitable like venues for music that we've ever seen. Now things have changed obviously with Spotify and stuff, but the point is, I think part of the issue is the pricing, and the logic for the companies is that if we make it more expensive, then we get more profit. So let's raise the price. Where what we saw with Arc Raiders was if we lower the price, more people are willing to buy it, even if they're not sure that they'll like it.
Say that to Concord.
Well, no, Concord had more issues than that. But
my point is, dude, imagine if just imagine for a second if any of these upcoming games, let's take Naughty Dog, right? Imagine if they dropped it at $35
and sold 200 million.
I mean,
copies.
and I know it would come with people saying, well, it's because it's got to be a bad game. That's why it's a low price. But if it was a banger game and everyone's like, it's only $35, everyone and their mother would buy that game. Because you're like, it's only $35. You get 2 of these for one other regular price game.
Yep.
And maybe not 35, maybe it's 40, maybe it's 50, just not 80. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think there's something to be said about really rethinking how pricing structure should work if you want people to buy games. Because the other part of this, and a lot of people are in the chat right now would say this too, they would buy the game, or sorry, they would play the game on Game Pass or PS Plus, but if it's only $40, I'll pick it up for the collection, because that's what we do on Steam. Right? We add them to our Steam list when we like them, and when we're on sale, we add them to our library.
We're not buying it at full price. Like that's a problem.
But that's the thing. What
is full price? They said
doubling the
units
units sold, or especially in a live service game, you doubling the units sold. That's more people that are buying microtransactions. When you price people out of a game and it's bad, then it gets a ton of hate.
When it's
Elden
digital,
Ring was-
isn't any sale profit?
Better than physical, yeah.
I mean, what if Elden Ring was only $20 when it came out?
Oof.
It sold crazy copies, but like you'd be having grandmas buying it for their grandkids, being like, "I heard this was cool. It was only $20. I bought it for you." Like,
On your
it's
Nintendo.
a different strategy to think about that could totally change the face of everything. It's just greed. Greed is what stops it.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
not wrong.
Greed and ego.
Well, looks like they still have faith in Bubble Boy there, or Bubble Boy and Blade.
They have it's
Blade there, Captain Logan. And Logan also asks, is there an example of the $40 game that's single player?
Well,
what was
Expedition 33?
33?
The Animal came out that last week, Logan.
Yeah.
There you go. But are they selling besides E33? Even E33
I mean,
sold
no,
well
no, no,
for what
yeah.
it was.
Yes, for what it was.
Yeah.
But
If you
also
make a game
relative
for
to
$10
what they
million,
put into it.
Yeah, they didn't put 5.
You're right. I mean, I
it.
see faults in E33, and I'm with Joe. Joe, you don't need to finish it. Just watch a video. Guys, let's close off very quickly. And I also believe Joe talked about this on the recent podcast as well. Still need to go back and listen to this. Let's just do one more news story. And I just want to bring it up because we all love the Todd Father here. News story number 2. There was a great interview with Todd Howard on Kind of Funny, talking about Fallout, Elder Scrolls, more Fallout, DICE, Vince Zampella, RIP, Todd's career. And some of the things that stood out to me, guys, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it. I know Joe did, but one thing that stood up, Fallout 76. He said that was one of the games he was most proud of. All right. And
Did he elaborate much on that?
well, I think he takes it personally. They got a lot of slack, but the game, has fought back, continues to release content, has a great community. I see his point. He's a little defensive about it. No Starfield 2.0 coming, but what they do have planned for Starfield is what fans like most of us will enjoy. But he also said, if you didn't like Starfield the first time, this isn't going to be something to change your mind, which I appreciate a little bit of the transparency there. He's a big time NCAA football fan, big time. He plays it competitively. One of his favorite games was that, and I can't remember the other one. I should have remembered it, but he did give him a shout out. Fallout Season 3, big news. They plan on start filming that in the summer. Very excited about that.
They moved it up actually because it did so well.
If you saw the ending.
And can
No
he
spoilers.
get me Lucy's number somehow?
I wish you and me both, Bubble Boy. Elder Scrolls 6. What do you think about this? And I think Joe talked about this, and maybe this could be the main point. It will still be on the creation engine, guys. You either love, I've been saying this from the beginning, you either love Bethesda games or you don't. You either appreciate the jankiness and simple gameplay or you don't. You either like exploring an open world in Skyrim and doing these random side quests and random encounters, basic combat, reading lore books, or you don't. Joe, tell me, what did you think of this interview? What stood out to you?
Yeah, I like that the Fallout 76 is one of his most proud, because that game was very turbulent, man. I remember
Yeah.
that launch. I remember
Yeah,
covering
it
it.
was
Everybody
bad.
hated the nylon bag. And I think it was like it was like the early catalyst of what would come when it comes to game coverage.
Mhm.
I think going back to the classic feel of Elder Scrolls 6 excites me. I love that it's on the creation engine, because
do?
it's theirs, and it's man. It feels like theirs. Listen, I've been
Even though,
playing
wait, more loading screens? Are we going to hear that again with Starfield? Remember?
Who gives a shit? Like, when it comes to like Avowed, like I love Avowed. I know that's an Unreal game, but like,
That's amazing combat.
yeah, but like, Elder Scrolls, it has to have that feeling of this is Elder Scrolls, and the creation engine, it excites me. It's like when we talk about the RE engine. It's like, yeah, man, it feels different. A lot of these games feel the goddamn same. So yeah, no, that excites me a great deal, because it's them saying, you know what? We get it, this game's huge, but my word, we're not gonna put, we're not gonna put all the ham sandwiches on level 5. You know what I mean? Like, they're not focusing on stupid shit. Like, they're not gonna be like, look at how many ham sandwiches you fit in your castle, and look, you could build your castle and put a little horse in it. It's like, no, dude, this is an RPG. We're not here for the fancy stuff. We're here to get lost in the world. I love what Light said. It's like, I'm here for the vibe. Give me the music, give me a sword, give me some magic. Let me have a good time. You know? So yeah, that excited me the most out of everything.
Nice. I want to bring up Captain Logan's quote. He said, oh no, Todd Extra said, crazy they greenlit Oblivion Remastered and not a Fallout 3 considering the Fallout show is coming. He did mention, Todd, specifically that out of all the games, and he also had this quote, he said he's still kind of against remasters and remakes because he feels like sometimes, it's just okay for a game to exist and that be it. But he did specifically say for Oblivion that he felt that one was a good fit that would benefit from the remaster / remake treatment. So I think to him, like, of all the games, that one made the most sense. And I'm glad we got it. I love Oblivion. I plan on playing it again on PlayStation and going for the platinum.
And
as well.
The other part is they've already said they've planned 6 seasons of the show. So if they're going to do the remaster for 3, they've got plenty of time to do that while this is still popular in the media. They're not in a rush.
What do you think about that? Oh, go ahead, Joe. What were you going to say?
Yeah, no, that comes out by season 3.
Okay,
you've seen at least a trailer by season 3.
Okay, so that was the other part. We didn't really talk about it. He did mention there are multiple projects for Fallout going on, but he wasn't specific on anything. Bubble Boy, what do you want to see next from Bethesda and Todd Howard? Because he said at the end, one more thing. He did say how even though he's getting older and it's towards the end of his career, he seems rejuvenated. Like after doing the Fallout show, after doing Indiana Jones, getting that under their belt, trying something new with Starfield. I think we're going to get more Todd Father, so that excites me.
Yeah, obviously Fallout Gathers Huntering would be really cool. I think that would take my money right away. But outside of that, can we please have Elder Scrolls 6? Can we please?
Okay, so
he said he was working on that.
I know, but he said, Dan said, what do I want? I want Elder Scrolls 6.
Can I please? Bubble Boy.
What do you think about all these other things?
A Fallout remaster wouldn't hold you down.
Of course I'd be excited and I'd play it if I had one thing to pick. If I was in charge, if I got to be the Todd Father for one day, I'd be like, stop what you're doing. Hey, no more trimming pubes in the bathroom. You go over there and start working on PS6.
Traumatized.
Okay? Frank and Dutcher says, we need a Fallout 5 now. No, we had that. We had 2015? The last Elder Scrolls was so long ago. I'm sorry. We need the next Elder Scrolls. Eric said he made it seem like Elder Scrolls 6 is far away. Dude, that's
too soon.
That's scary, dude. Bacon, what was your thoughts on the interview? I don't know. Did you get to catch any of it? Anything that stood out to you?
I didn't get to catch it, but I don't even know why that Starfield needs a 2.0. I absolutely.
He said it's.
totally-
He said
I
that's
know.
not a
But
thing
why
that's
is
happening.
everybody clamoring for it? It was such a great experience. I played it twice.
Because there was this event where a bunch of creators got to go see something, but they're not allowed to talk about it. And he said we'll hear about it soon
Okay.
in the interview as well.
It'll probably be with the PlayStation release, correct?
Correct. You're right. That lines up. He said soon. What is it? April is the rumor for that. It's not confirmed, right? We've only heard rumors about the PS5 launch.
Right.
Can't wait.
But I mean, for me, I'm not a huge, Bethesda guy to begin with, but I want more of the show for sure. And why would you want to leave the creation engine when that's what gives all of Bethesda games the Bethesda jank, charm, and mechanics that allow them to put all the ham sandwiches on level 5? I mean, I don't know why you'd want to go to Unreal when everybody knows a Bethesda product as a certain way. Why would they want to change that? That doesn't make sense to me. Just keep updating the engine and make things look prettier. I mean, Starfield was gorgeous. So you're muted, Dan.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say Starfield is great. Like when I
Yeah,
played that on the
Starfield
ultra wide,
gorgeous.
I need to.
Right.
I can't wait to play it on PlayStation. I love what I played.
The pisser technology. Maybe we'll get some.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
around anymore, Dan. I think that
Isn't
retired.
it?
I think it got retired.
It's getting.
Waste of money.
They're working on it. They're going to retool it.
Okay.
With AMD. Guys, very quickly, let's close the news segment with coming to Game Pass for mid-February
I
2026.
can't keep up.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, really, if you have Game Pass, this is actually crazy. Okay, so we've got available now Aerial Knights Drop Shot, day one on Game Pass. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora comes out,
I'm gonna have to play it.
already out. Avowed
Okay.
comes to premium, so it's no longer on the higher one. Death Howl is coming February 19th. College Football 26, February 19th. Bubble Boy might have to drop into that. Okay, I have
You
The
have to do
Witcher
it,
3.
Dan. You have to do it.
I
bud.
bought it on Steam. That's the problem.
It's so
but
good,
and I
dude.
already have it on Xbox, so I'm wondering if it has my save file. If it's crossplay, then I might be able to just load that up and finally play Witcher like Joe did. So the Witcher
Joe, how
3
long ago did you play it?
He just played it last
year
year.
ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm replaying it.
It
right
was
now.
legitimately my game
I'm
of the year
on
last year.
maybe hour 370. And when you were talking about the feel that the creation engine gives you and just being in it, oh my God, the music and just sitting in The Witcher, walking into like Oxenfort and
I need to play this on
and
Ultra.
playing Gwent. Oh my
Mhm.
God. I just
Game Plus
feel
is calling,
good.
boys.
I just
Speaking of Gwent, TCG Card Shop Simulator comes out February 24th. Dice a Million on February 25th. Day one on Game Pass. Towerborn full game release
Wow, finally.
is finally out on the 26th. And then Bacon's pissed. He's so mad about
He
this.
just
Final
bought
Fantasy
this.
3. Bacon, as we can see, they're releasing the Pixel
I can
remasters
see that.
every month.
If I would have
March
been 8
3rd.
hours slower, I'd have been fine.
And also coming, another big one. I can't believe this is
This
coming
is
to
huge.
Game Pass. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, March 3rd. None of us have played it. I think it's a sign. I think
Chance
we
is
got.
the most likely of us.
I think we got
got
to jump into this. I'm going to start with 2. Screw 1. I hear 2 is where it's at.
Great stream.
What a
That's a
month.
great stream game.
This is crazy, you guys. This is crazy. And then what about what's leaving? Monster Train, Expeditions, a Mud Runner game, Injustice 2, and Middle Earth: Shadow of War. I had no idea that was on Game Pass. Bubble Boy, what are you going to try any of these games on Game Pass?
well,
You're already playing Witcher.
He doesn't have
And-
Game Pass.
Oh, that's right.
I do not have Game Pass anymore. I beat Final Fantasy 3 maybe beginning of the year. Witcher 3, yeah, sign me up again. I'll go to 400 hours, 500 hours. Who gives
Hey,
a shit?
Just Nissa pointed out Witcher 3 is only cloud and console, not PC, just so you know.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's okay because I'm racking up all them Steam achievements with it right now. This will, I could see myself popping back on the subscription for Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Yeah.
Okay.
Bet you
Bacon.
could buy it for 30. My quest to play nothing but Game Pass for this entire calendar year is looking more and more likely. Like it is absolutely 1,000,000% achievable. So I'm
Easily.
gonna wait for Final Fantasy 3 to be in Game Pass before I play it, just so I can continue to say I'm playing on Game Pass, even though I own the damn game. The Warhammers. I have got games I
For
could
10 years.
literally be Avatar. I am literally not going to play anything but Game Pass for this entire year.
Yeah.
I've already played over $137 worth of games from Game Pass at their retail value sitting right now, and it's only
That's crazy.
mid-February.
Wow.
That's crazy. Eric says Xbox 25, baby. The train ain't slowing down, boy. He's the fakest
Any of us
Xbox fan
wrap.
ever.
Any of us wrap our head around his.
He's the
mental
fakest
state
Xbox
half
fan.
the time.
He loves PlayStation.
He 1 minute is crapping
Hey.
on Xbox for raising prices for
Eric
their
doesn't know what he's
rewards
doing.
points to something like this.
Hey, but-
It's
It's also like 4 a.m. wherever he lives.
right.
That's
He's
true.
not like,
Did you see the snow that he had? Poor bastard. Dude.
But shout out to Eric. He's pulling the Dan move with the Amazon, getting that power supply for 30 days, returning it to
Hell
good old
Yeah,
Amazon.
they allow it. Yeah. Have you seen the TikTok or YouTube of that guy who orders an anvil and keeps returning it until somebody stops him? He literally just orders an anvil, has
Like
it
a-
delivered,
like
and
a
then he returns
forging
it.
anvil.
Yeah, like
Yes, and now
Like
it's
a
gotten to the
heavy
point.
metal?
Now it's gotten to the point, guy, where he chips off a little piece of it, and he's trying to form his own anvil from the anvils he's got him sent back. I'm not kidding. Go look this shit up. It's crazy, you guys. Look at this content. Oh my god, it's crazy. Anyway, guys, great Game Pass month. Jose, anything you're gonna play? Because you're
Believe
still
it or
Game
not, the
Pass.
one thing, shout out 32 concurrent listeners right now. Shout out, guys.
Shout
Love you
out.
guys.
Okay, come by.
The one that I'm going to for sure play, it sounds stupid, is the card shop simulator. I like simulation
I heard
games.
it's good. I heard it's
I've heard
actually
it looks really good,
Jose.
and it's on handheld, which is a great handheld game. Here's what I will say: shout out to Todd. I just looked up on Steam. Witcher 3, the complete edition is $10. Like if you don't, if you've never
no-brainer.
played it, no brainer,
No-brainer.
for $10.
Yeah, but it's-
but I've
250 hours easy.
so what's funny, I started playing it on my Ally X a couple months ago, and it ran really awesome.
Streaming?
But I couldn't do it because I was like, this is like not doing this game justice, because it's such a beautiful, like, consuming game with everything. It is worth playing on your ultra wide and everything like that.
I'll bring up Taco's comment. I'll say, Emotionless Taco spent $100 on the trading card game sim, just ripping hacks.
Attaboy, Jeff. I love you, bud.
You know what, man? Whatever escapes gets you to escape this hellscape we're in. God bless.
I think you're supposed to say that to your boss, though.
He's not doing it on work time, and even if he did, I mean, he's still a great teacher. I'm not mad.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Well, that's been the news for the week, you guys. I wanted to quickly do some nerd chat shout outs, Jose. Guys, there have been some crazy developments in our fantasy critic league. Has anyone checked it out recently?
Not today.
Actually, that's
So,
a good one.
Cordy Morgs, right?
So Cordy Morgs, I'm looking. Somebody explain this to me. So Cordy Morgs has picked up 2 games. He spent all of his money.
Wow.
He has $1 left in his. I don't know what he's doing, you guys. He has $1 left to spend on his free agency, and recently he picked up. What was it? His name was HP
HP
Up. He picked up Castlevania and Horizon Hunter's Gathering.
He
I
did?
believe, and not only did he pick it up, Bubble Boy. Look at the league history. Look at his bid amount. He spent. Where is it?
Why can I not see this?
He tried to pick up Kana, Scars of Cosmora for $44. No roster spots available. Attempted to conditionally drop a game on a Zelda game. But he also, what did he? Okay. He picked up, oh my God. Guess how much he spent on Hunter's Gathering?
$50.
78.
$55.
Wow.
I'm shocked you didn't drop
Hunter's
Fable for it.
I got
Gathering.
that for free.
Crazy.
Idiot.
Dude, Court, I don't know what you're doing. He has $1 left for the rest of the year. Court, you didn't think that there might be some announcements during the summer?
He's not even here to defend himself.
Dude, your
No, but he's
roster
like-
is fun, dude.
He's all, dude, I got Star Wars Galactic Racer. What else do I need?
He also
It'll be a
got.
complete game when it comes out.
Oh,
You know,
he is
my
here.
God.
He is
He-
here to defend himself.
What did he say? What did you say? Where is he?
Y'all be hating.
Court, what were you thinking, dude? Court, what are you thinking?
bullshit,
I'm
dude.
just shocked. Dude, you do like maybe up to 50 at first, Court. You got to save half of it towards the end of the year. This is crazy.
In our fantasy critic league, dude, I have Kyle cornered. He knows it.
Let's hear your roster. I want to hear it.
What'd you pick up?
What's my roster? Okay,
Yeah.
ready? You ready for this, guys? First off, team. So we had a theme. It was inappropriate things that start with V.
Yes, I
So
remember
you know.
this.
Okay, good. So my team name is Vec Nussi. I have Blood of the Dawnwalker, Horizon 6, Animusha Way of the Sword, The Dust Bloods, E-Day, Grand Theft Auto 6,
Yes.
Diablo, Marathon, Neo 3, First Light, Cult of the Lamb. There Are No Ghosts at the Grand, Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined,
Mhm.
Beast of Reincarnation, Slay the Spire 2, Persona 4 Rival, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, Star Wars Galactic Racer, Mixtape Dave the Diver.
Is there
Did you leave any
people
room
in
for
this
anyone
league?
else? Or
Wait for it. And I got the Adventures of Elliot. I don't even know. I knew that.
Dan
was
likes that one.
Nah, dude, that's gonna be a good one.
It's got to be a
Halo
three-man
Campaign
league.
Evolved, Black Flag Remake.
Are there any
That's coming
games
out
you
Black
didn't
Flag.
draft?
Ghost of
Did you read
Yote
that?
Legends, Valor Mortis, and then Marvel 1943.
Dude.
And they counterpicked Dawnwalker, Duskbloods, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marathon,
Which are
First Light. They're it's over for
well,
them.
if they come out, yeah, they're definitely done.
They're done, dude. Marathon's getting. I'm gonna say this. Marathon's getting at least an 80.
Yeah, I would agree. I agree.
Oh, I agree with that.
So here's the current standings. Play Anywhere, Win Everywhere by Todd Oxford. He's got 14 points, 84 with his Dragon Quest Reimagined. Will Byers Bowl Cut, 18 points, 88. This was N. Johnson.
Shout out
Hermit,
N. Johnson.
Hermit and Pig. Never heard of it. 88 on Metacritic. Bacon, PC Gaming is better. Don't at me, bro. 4 points. High on Life 2.
Keeps going down.
Not good, Bacon. Not good. Video game, I choose you. Freight Conductor, no releases yet. Eric and Ains, Heated Rivalry, also 0 points, no releases. Dan's DualSense Edge, Matt Valdez, he has 5 points with Yakuza 3 and Dark Ties. Hocus Chipocus, Chipotle Bear, also has got EA Sports. Romeo is a Dead Man, 4 points.
That was
74.
that was my penultimate pick, by the way. Not one of my top hitters. Just
All
for the
right.
record.
Cordy Morgs, still waiting for Hunter's Gathering. Bubble Boys Bangers, Reanimal 81. I thought that was going to be a little bit higher. I'm not going to lie, Bubble Boy, but still solid. You 80s and above, golden. Team Sailor Moon, Nissa 0, no releases yet. And Captain Logan's auto draft is absolutely killing it right now. 41 points with Neo 3. 85 Mugenics, 89 Mugenics. What a pick that was by the auto draft. And Mario Tennis Fever 77, you guys. I also wanted to shout out Bacon. A lot of people were chatting about your green controller, and a lot of people also angry with you at quitting on Arc Raiders and giving
Yeah, they
into
really
the rats.
Really upset.
People are not okay with you giving in and deleting Arc Raiders and giving into the rats, Bacon. They say you got to be better.
You're
than
weak.
that.
I'm happy with my decision.
Also, we have free game codes inbound from Emotionless Taco coming soon. Jose, I'm sure we'll talk about that when that time comes.
Yep. So
Watch,
shout
I
out
was
to
the rat. You guys watch. I was the one that killed.
I would have recognized your
You would
voice.
know, yeah, you would recognize
Yeah.
us. Yeah, you would know.
Maybe
that would
I had
be
the
awesome.
AI voice in.
That would
I
be
sound like a
awesome.
little boy.
Guys, let's jump into what have we been playing and or watching. Joe, since you're our guest, take it
Yes.
away. What have you been playing?
I've been playing Avowed. Loving it.
Yes.
We're like 30 hours.
Is this your first time playing it?
Mm-hmm,
Combat, right? Is the combat not just the dodge adds a whole other dimension, dude. And the magic,
It's
the
so
bow and arrow, unlimitted ammo. Don't have to worry about that
Oh
shit.
my god, so nice. So been enjoying my time with that a great deal. Just got a code for Death Howl. Can't wait for that. I really that's one I've been waiting for. It's Dark Souls meets a deck builder. So it's probably my jam. And then next week I'm waiting for Resident Evil, man.
Dude,
I'm
I
in
cannot
on it. Let's
wait.
go.
I cannot wait.
It's gonna be a good week.
Jose, what have you been playing, brother?
So I actually got horribly sick this last weekend after Valentine's Day, so I didn't actually get to play a ton. But before that, I'd actually told you guys last week I've been jumping into Marvel Outlaws, or not Star Wars Outlaws. That was weird. I don't know where that came from. before I talk about that, I do want to shout out the game that I've been referencing the last couple weeks was called I Hate This Place. My review officially went out this week. It was a cool game. Really enjoyed it. It was also special to me because it was the first game that I ever got to review that was on my wish list from Steam first. And then they said, like, hey, do you want to review it? And we're like, hell yeah. So really cool game. Check out the review if you want to see it. It's on our channel. Very much enjoyed that. It was a relatively short game. I think my total time was just about 10 hours. But I jumped into Star Wars Outlaws like fully into the game. I'm probably like almost 20 hours in now. Really cool game. Like, it really, in hindsight, because I didn't play it when it dropped, it makes me sad because it's the same thing that we talked about earlier with games that if they're not perfect, they don't do well. This is a really cool game. Like, it's very in depth. Like, it looks gorgeous. Like, again, on my PC with my OLED, like, there's some times where I just stop and I look at the like Star Wars vistas. Amazing, right? But it's I'm having a great time. I definitely want to play through it. To be fair, I'm at the point where I'm going to start probably going a little bit faster instead of doing possibly everything, only because I got to get ready for Resident Evil. Like, when that comes out, it does not matter if I'm done with that game. I'm jumping over to Resident Evil. I also got to play Sabacc in it, which is like a Star Wars card game. It took me a hot minute to like understand the mechanics, but I actually kind of dig it. And I that's the one side quest I might actually try to play through, is beat some of the high rollers there. But really cool game. And again, if you have Game Pass right now, Ultimate, you can play it for free. Check out Star Wars Outlaws. And then the other thing I watched finally was Frankenstein on Netflix. It's like the 2.5 hour full version of Frankenstein with Oscar Isaac and I think Christian Bale played the monster.
No.
Was it not him?
No, it was a young dude.
Oh, super cool movie. And to be fair, I'm a big monster dude. I'm a big horror dude, Halloween, everything. I have never read Frankenstein. It's just I don't like old English. That just doesn't work well with my brain. But, yep, exactly. It's a cool movie, and it's crazy gory. I was like not prepared for how gory it was because it's about like body horror and stuff, but super cool. So if you get snowed in, Eric or Todd, and you got a couple hours to kill and you still have internet, it's worth checking out, especially if you're a horror fan. Check out Frankenstein on Netflix. That's what I've been up to.
And spoiler alert, if you live in Colorado, you won't get snowed in.
Yep.
Because it's summer all year round here.
It's great. Loving it. It was a little cold these past. We finally got into the 30s, but we're going back to the 60s. You guys, don't worry about it. We're going right back.
So jealous, guys. We had 2 cold snaps this month. I've only seen snow. We're getting to 40. I think
it's gonna be so hot.
God, we're in 40s.
But here's the thing, Joe. I remember last year you guys had a very mild winter because I remember it was mild in Pennsylvania as well, and it hasn't snowed this bad in New York, New Jersey in like decades, right? So we had it a little bit colder last year. We're finally getting a nice mild winter for once. Okay, so it's like a once in a decade thing. Bubble Boy, what have you been playing?
So piggybacking off of Jose, this was really cool, and only the bros know this right now, but we got one of the games on my Steam wish list, Norse Oath of Blood, which is a tactical RPG game set in a Viking era, and I just started it last night. I can talk about it, but I'm going to wait. Like, it's not like embargoed or anything, but I'm going to wait until I'm finished to say a lot more. But that was such a really cool, like, oh, we did it, because I literally didn't, not that I didn't think we would ever get to that point, but to have 2 in a row that games that, like, I would have paid money for this game, and they gave it to us, and gave us a nice little, like, hey, doing good things, keep it up, let us know what you think. So it's cool stuff.
Very cool. Shout out to Gentlestone. I'm really enjoying High on Life 2 on PC. Even if using 1000% resolution, you must be using AA or TSR or similar. Yeah, none of us have picked it up. And it's kind of weird, Gentlestone. Like, I loved the first one, and I'm just like, I don't know why I haven't started it. I've been going down this Call of Duty campaign. Actually, speaking of, Jose, get ready for a short. I've got one for you right here, guys. I beat Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It took me 15 hours, veteran difficulty, 27 of 44 achievements unlocked. The leap Treyarch made from Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 3's campaign to Cold War is incredible. Right away, I was impressed with the visuals, the use of real historical footage and figures, and the return to a more grounded, old-school style gameplay. Everything feels deliberate and polished. The shooting, storytelling, graphics, cutscenes, voice acting, and small details are all top tier. While the levels weren't quite as memorable to me as Black Ops 6, There are some standout missions. Infiltrating the KGB headquarters was excellent and felt tense. I don't want to spoil anything, but the way this game sets up the main character is unlike anything I've played in a game. And it builds to a decision that determines which ending you receive, and the payoff is handled extremely well. Without giving anything away, you guys, you absolutely need to experience both ending paths to Cold War. The ending sequence in this game might be the best in the entire series. Kudos to Treyarch for the turnaround. This is a must-play, in my opinion, and sits just behind Black Ops 6 as one of my favorite Call of Duty campaigns. I also spent about 4 hours in multiplayer. It was solid. Nothing stood out, but matchmaking was active even today, and I found matches very quickly. I did notice how much I've grown used to the newer movement mechanics. I miss things like mantling with your gun and omni movement. And Call of Duty doesn't get enough credit for how much multiplayer movement has evolved. The recent games feel so much better and fluid and fast and fun by comparison. Overall, I give Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War a 9 out of 10. And as Russell Adler said in the campaign, we've got a job to do.
What was the company that made that you said at the beginning? The French one? That's not how you said it, though.
Treyarch.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
Shout out to Trek. Seriously, guys, everybody go play Cold War. Logan, I know you bought it. I have to hear what you think about it. I don't know if you actually played it or not. So, love Black Ops Cold War. I also beat Vanguard. I'll save that for next week. But I'm all caught up, you guys. Now I just have to do Black Ops 7. Who's doing it with me? All right. Bacon, what have you been playing or watching?
I rolled credits today on Warhammer Space Marine 1 off of Game Pass. Dude,
He's been loving it.
That game is a 9. That game is so underrated. It's absurd. Actually, I didn't know what its rating is. I just wanted to play it before I played the second one. I got to say that it has one of the most satisfying sniper rifles you will ever use in a video game. And when you hit the slowdown mechanic and you are just popping the heads off orcs, you're fighting orcs they have guns and it's the premise of it's wild, but it is just on the rails. You do not have to think. There's zero puzzles, and one of the achievements is killing 40,000 enemy combatants to get that. And when I saw that number and saw where I was at when I finished today, I'm all, no, I'm good. I'm not.
Where were you? How many did you have?
Dude, I'm like, what I have 7,000, 8,000 kills.
So this is like a seriously 2.0 or
well, I went into there's also a multiplayer element, and I went in the other night just to give it a go, and I could only find one match for a game that's like that remaster or whatever the collection is, not that old. So dude, it is absolutely fantastic. It's worth it. It's Gears meets World of Warcraft. I can't even explain it, but you're lumbering around like you're slow, like you're in Gears armor. There's a jetpack where you can fly up and then do a like a ground attack and an area damage, and you just wreck shop. I did not expect to like this game like I did, and it's absolutely fantastic game.
And does it look beautiful with that 5090 bacon?
I mean, you can tell
every 2011.
You can tell the game is as old as the game is. It's just some of the
when you're in 4K, everything.
Dude, I'm telling you, you can carry 4 weapons at a time and pick and choose. They have the power axe or the chainsaw sword. Dude, there's so much to this game, so I have nothing but high expectations for the second one. What I've been watching, Knights of the Seven Kingdom, absolutely one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I have one major gripe.
Is that the Game of Thrones one?
Game of Thrones.
There's one thing that makes me hate it. Who in the world thought 30-minute episodes was a good idea for anything?
Me! Because I hate the long episodes of Game of Thrones. They were boring for 15 minutes, and then something happens at the end of 10 minutes. That's why I quit watching that political snooze fest with too many characters.
It also is a nod to the fact that it's from the novella, which, like, his books are this big, and a novella, just a little baby guy.
Okay. Oh, it's fan-freaking-tastic.
So, Bacon, one of my sister's boyfriend moved from Chicago, and we had like a welcoming party for him. And I was telling him how I wasn't a big Game of Thrones fan, so I thought it was a snooze fest, and I hated how long the episodes were, and there's so many characters, and nothing happened until the last 5 to 10 minutes. And he's like, "Let me tell you about this new show. It's basically the opposite of what you're describing, and it is." He said it's really good, and he's a nerd too. So I was like, "Maybe
there's humor in this,
charming.
Oh my god,
it's great.
There's actually a good Targaryen. So I mean, jeez.
So one more thing I wanted to say, Gentle Zone, are they doing the next COD installment? No, I believe it's Sledgehammer is up next for the next COD. So wait, nobody else here is watching Love is Blind Ohio.
No.
What are you talking about?
I've never seen a Love is Blind ever, so
nobody is watching Vanderpump.
One sec. We got 50 people in the chat. Everybody, round of applause to these boys, okay? That means, listen, gang, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button.
Wait. We're not talking about Love is Blind right now?
No, we're
now
not.
You may talk about of your chimings. Go. Beat it. No. Stay, like, hit, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Go.
Emotionless Taco says my mom is watching Love
Wait,
is Blind.
I never said I didn't like Ted Lasso. I just said it was.
You might as well have.
You did say that.
You did say that.
It was emotional. That was like another show that just repeated the same thing over and over again.
But he watches.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom is watching
Blind.
Love is Blind. Said Motionless Taco. I told you. Dan over here playing Call of Duty and watching Love is Blind fake game. Guys, let's close the show like we always do. I've been excited. I can't wait to talk about it. I got another rant coming.
Chat, hit us with your best food.
It's like
by
there's
the
a
week.
party in my mouth, and everyone's invited.
With the best food we had this week, I gotta start off with a permaban to Taco Bell, Jose.
What?
It's
Yes.
a terrible
Permaban.
idea.
I
Taco
agree.
Bell is permaban. Tell them why, Jose. And why didn't you tell us?
So the same thing happened to me, to be fair. Although
Why didn't you tell us?
it happened after the show. What do you expect me to do? Like immediately while I'm driving, message you? I went to the other night to Taco Bell and I just did my type. I was like, oh, can I do quesarito and this other thing? And the guy was like, a volcano quesarito? And I was like, no, Mud, just a quesarito. And he's like, yeah, we can't make those anymore. And I was like, I just was like sat in silence for a couple seconds.
Yeah,
To the point where he was like, are
same
you still
thing.
there? And I was like, no. And I drove away from him.
You drove away. I'm so proud of you, Jose. I'm so proud of you. That's
you
exactly
give
what
the
I wanted to
finger
do.
Well, there's a McDonald's across the street, so I just
That's
like
what I
I
did
got other
too.
options, and I'm out of here, like to the other side.
Yes, shout out Taco Bell's permaban because they got rid of the quesarito. The
Out
quesarito
for like a day.
is hands down their best menu item, and they
agreed.
got rid of it already. Why? I don't understand. I was so mad,
Scarcity,
you guys. Allie wanted a cheesy gordita crunch and some soft tacos, so I got her that. But like Jose, I drove my ass to McDonald's, to Old Reliable, because they provide products and they keep things for the most part on the menu. I got my QPC with lettuce, add mayo, and I also got the hot honey chicken sandwich and hot honey nuggets. So everything worked out in the end. But I was so sad, you guys, about the Taco Bell news, because after last week eating those quesaritos, sad, looking over the dog park, by myself in my car, I was like, I need another moment of zen. And they took that away from me. So also shout out to Deja Vu. Sorry, really quick. He came and he substituted on our basketball team last night. And Bacon, you would have been proud. Deja, he balled out last night. I was so proud of him. He balled out. He was getting emotional. He was yelling. He was screaming. Bacon, you would have been proud of the old guys balling last night. So, and all I wanted was Taco Bell afterwards, and of course, quesarito fail. So, Jose, what was the best food you had this week?
So it was a great week because it was Valentine's weekend with my wife and stuff like that. But we went to First Watch, which is this. I guess it's a chain. I didn't know that, but it's like a brunch place. Absolutely fantastic. Just got like waffles and eggs and all kinds of good stuff there. We also on Valentine's night, and maybe this just we're weird as a couple, but like we hate going out to dinner on Valentine's. Everything is crazy expensive. Waits are insane. Like that's just like not fun. And maybe that's just because we're boomers, but we ordered Costco pizza. And guess what? It delivered for $20. Just want to throw that out for the whole family. And then in Dan's honor, and it was that same night when I went to go get it, and I was disappointed I had to go get that QPC with the lettuce and mayo. And I went home happy. I was mad at first. I was like real hurt. I'm not perma-banning Taco Bell for the record in case they're listening, but I just want to be very clear. Like I was real hurt. And I think the dude was very confused at the window because I didn't flip him off or anything, but I definitely was like, nope, and I left.
I'm so proud of you, Jose.
No,
Because I was
but
like, are you serious? He started laughing. He's like, yeah, dude, sorry. I was like, oh my, I was so bummed, Jose.
yeah. So that nothing super crazy this week, but those were some highlights of my week, man. Oh, and also positive note, I went to the doctor because you got to do that as you start getting older. My A1C is down. So despite some of these terrible habits, I'm down 0.01. Looking good out here.
Congratulations on
I haven't
that.
been to the doctor in a while. I should probably do
What's
that.
You
the
should do that,
doctor?
dude.
Oh, old guy gaming him, right, boys? Shout out to the chat. Nissa, Shamrock Shake was the best food. Eric said, I know what Ains did not eat this week. Yeah, still waiting, Ains, on that JBC challenge.
James got all mad last week on
Dude,
Bitcast because Freight brought it up. That's so funny.
Gentle Son, Hiro, and fries from Greek Crave. B, a bacon banana burger?
What?
the f-
What does that consist of?
What are you doing?
Who
B?
I mean, I'm
puts
gonna assume
bananas?
bacon and bananas, but that's
But
wild.
who
But
puts bananas on a burger?
I don't.
Peanut butter works.
yeah,
me
peanut
guys,
butter and pickles
if
is good.
this is another Red Robin burger, you only do one thing. You get the Royal Red
Oh,
Robin
yes,
with
the
the
egg is-
egg and bacon
Gross.
on there.
The egg is key.
What am I looking at?
That's
Diego shared his food. Is that
Atta boy.
Green chili and steak, bud, and
And good
tortillas.
call
That's
on
all
the
you need.
dis-
I believe it's
Disposable
pronounced.
plates.
Fajitas.
Oh, okay.
Disposable plates.
Fajitas.
That's
Those
it.
are not fajitas. Those are just steak and green chili.
Well,
That is
fajitas.
very
That
different than
looks-
fajitas. I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
bet
let you
he's
know.
got
Good.
the what's that hot pan they cook it on called? Jose?
A kuma,
wok?
that's what it's called.
Okay.
Aren't
Bacon.
all pans hot?
No, bacon was the best food you had.
Well, I mean, I did also have a QPC you can add to the count. I had no lunch food to take to work,
yeah.
so I had to eat out twice, which I haven't done in months. And then the second night, I decided I was so angry at my job, I went and took a walk, and I on my lunch break and ended up at Jimmy John's, and I got the what was it? The
Philly cheesesteak.
beef and cheddar, the roast beef and cheddar with horseradish sauce on it.
roast beef.
It's toasted. I mean, I had to delete the onions and the pickle or the tomatoes, but holy cow, that was a fantastic $12 sandwich. But
I hate when those walks happen. I take a walk and I just end up at Jimmy John's. Happens all the time.
and I mean, I felt I was doing something healthy by walking to pick up. my
Yeah,
sandwich,
no,
but
that is good. Get your
um,
steps in, you
It's
guys.
a super solid sandwich, and the smells are free at Jimmy John's. If you guys didn't know that.
Bobble Boy.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
so we had a couple of places. We were at Hereford Barbecue in Storm Lake, Iowa, the breadbasket of America, right? And it was incredible, good barbecue. But then the sleeper hit was a tiny little town in middle of America, Ying's Thai cuisine, and I got just chicken fried rice, and it might have literally been the best chicken fried rice I've ever had in my entire life. And the little lady came out and she's like, "Do you like it hot?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah." Like, she's like, 1 to 5. Like, 5 will make you cry. And I was like, "Yeah, I doubt it. Like, we're in Iowa. Like, what could possibly?" No, this was real Thai food, and I got a 3, and I was literally crying like halfway through. And I don't do hot super well. Like, I think I do it the whitest quesadilla you ever had. Sorry. Like, I can do decently hot stuff. I enjoy hot, but I also don't like painful hot, because I'm like, I want to enjoy this food. That it was wild and really good. So that was our Valentine's Day, because we were
Very nice. Very nice. B also had a bonsai burger early in the week. Okay, good. Also went to Red Robin, and Diego said, El comal. I flip those tortillas by hand. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I know.
have
that.
to.
Yeah, you have to. And then Eric, you mentioned it, but Eric said, I had the whitest quesadilla you ever had. The people that work at the Mexican restaurant were embarrassed to make it, but it was delicious.
So it was it off menu, and you're just like,
I assume they'll make
tortilla
this for
and
me.
some cheese.
And Frank Conductor, I had some super solid pad thai at a 3.
that's the number 3, Daniel.
At a 3 this week? I love pad thai. I don't understand that. What is that?
Is it the level 3, like the heat level 3, maybe?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Joe,
Yeah.
let's close it off. What's the best food you had this week?
And Joe,
brother?
tell us about your journey, bud, because you've been killing it, bud. Every time you post, I love seeing those posts, bud.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, like on the TikToks and stuff. Yeah. So listen, gang. First off, listen. I'm gonna cut the spiel quick because I'm tired. I'm gonna log right after this. I swear, guys. So I'm out because I'm a tired boy. But I haven't eaten anything good because I've been sick all week. So what I was living off of was waffles I made, and then like that's how I lived off for the entire day was the waffles in the morning. They were goated. Yeah, no, I made a TikTok for the trophy room at PS Trophy Room on TikTok. We are almost about to hit 10,000 views on our first TikTok, which is pretty cool for what I'm
Nice,
aware. I
man.
think that's good. Same with our YouTube shorts. They've been killing it as well over there. Check out the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players, where each and every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and my best friends talk about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation. And then if you want breaking news, reviews, and all that good stuff, head on over to the Trophy Room over on YouTube. I made a whole video where I got angry about Bluepoint. Check that out. We got a whole bunch of stuff we're working next week, gang. Actually, legitimately, I'm not even kidding you, maybe the biggest week in the Trophy Room history.
Whoa.
And I'm telling you, this week we just interviewed the Avowed developers.
Yeah.
So take your guess, take a gander of what we might be dropping next week.
I already know.
All right.
The Quesaritos reveal.
Exactly.
Coming back.
That said, everybody, I love y'all. Like, share, subscribe on this as well. Okay.
See you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
See you, Joe. Thanks for
Thank
coming,
you
buddy.
for having me. Thank you
Coming,
for
Joe.
having me. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Joe. Gentlemen, this has been the Nerd Chat episode 251. Rest in peace, Bloodborne Remastered. Rest in peace, Bluepoint Studios. Bring back Jim Ryan. My name is Daddy Duwally. You can follow me at Daddy Duwally across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast. We still have a website, still updated every week, and Facebook.
Wow.
I don't know what that is, so check that out. Chance, would you be interested in this Squid Game extra controller that I purchased?
You got two?
Yes, I bought one.
Is
as a
that
backup.
the
This is the Squid Game Instinct Pro. I have it sealed box.
How
I
much?
thought of you, so
how much?
you can get it for $150 right now on Best Buy. So either you can do that or buy it from me for $140. So think about it, because I thought of you, because they're clearancing them out. They're getting rid of them. So this is your last chance. If anyone wants to buy one of these, this is your last chance. It's on Best Buy. Right
Does it
now.
have the back? What's the back pedal situation look like? I forget.
It's got the two paddles, I think. He's pulling it right now.
It's a scuff. It has to have them.
It has
Yeah,
four. It has four. It
I
has
just remember being
it has
like,
the innies and these.
Scuff just wasn't
Innies.
for me.
Scuffs are solid.
I
Is
don't
there
know. You might be able
anywhere
to-
I
I think you might be able to remove them. Hold on. I should look at the case for this, because
If
I think on
went to
this
a
one,
Best Buy, would I be able to hold one?
there's a better look for you.
Yeah.
It's the I think
We
this
do a
is the
tiny
best
piece.
configuration. You can just not even use them, but just use these like you would.
Yeah,
but
if you can
used to it.
give me 24
I'll hold on
hours.
to it. I'll hold
Yeah.
on to it. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. No rush, but I just want to say I have it.
Thanks, buddy.
Jose,
Yeah.
Jose,
Oh.
Squid Game, Jose.
Oh.
Close enough.
Jose.
Give me a second.
Thank you, Jose. Chipotle Bear, where can people find you?
You can find me Chipotle Bear everywhere, and you can find me editing the episode in our shorts as soon as this episode is over. But before I go, I wanted to send a huge shout out to two groups of people. One is, of course, the 54 concurrent listeners right now. That's honestly the biggest number we've had concurrently. Hopefully it's not the last time we see this number, but shout out to everybody listening. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, we really appreciate that. But I also really want to send a huge heartfelt thank you to our core crew here. These are the people that come up every week and laugh with us in the comments. They're often, this is the best part of our weeks, where we just get to be ourselves and be with friends. And despite everything going on in the world and at work and relationships and kids, we just get to enjoy this hobby that we all love. So shout out to all of our friends in the chat. Always great seeing
Shout
you
out
guys
to the
every
OG
Thursday night.
real ones.
And we appreciate you. I know we don't say it enough, but just know we very much appreciate you.
Come in the Discord. Come talk to us. Bacon, where can people find you?
You can find me lurking around on the streets of Twitter, enjoying this pandemonium. I want to also shout out the viewers tonight. You guys have been killing it. And I echo everything Chapo says about our longtime loyal Discord members and chatters. You guys really make our weeks much, much better. So thank you.
And Bubble Boy and 7.
Yeah, you can find me at the passport office in Kiowa, because I have some pretty cool news to share. I got selected. I've been trying for 15 years straight now. I got selected to do a study in Wales tour where they take school counselors and introduce them to a bunch of universities in Wales. And literally every year, I'm always like, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep bugging you guys until I get to be invited for this. And big shout out to Dr. Fisk, my principal, because he's going to allow me to take a week off of work to go do, work. It's definitely working. It's like any other counselor university trip. It just happens to be in Wales. So
when's it happening?
May.
If you don't go see a Wrexham match while
Dude,
you're there, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Go take a bunch of nerd chat stickers while you're up there.
I will.
Get us international, brother.
Actually, Bacon, I can, because that's the top of my list. Like,
thank you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Hell yeah. And Eric, if I think I'm already in Canada, because didn't we own that yet? Or no? Aren't I in Canada right now?
We're working on the paperwork.
Okay. But I do want to, yeah.
Congratulations, Bubble Boy.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
As always, Bluepoint lovers, go play Demon Souls Remake. Rest in peace.
Put it on PC.
See you online.
See you online.
See you online.
See you online.
This is for Herman Holst.
Eddie, has anybody ever told you before of your bad luck?
Those were my mother's dying words. But, when you got your body covered in third-degree burns and your foot's caught in a bear trap, you're going to start talking crazy.
The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast, is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. The show was created by Daniel Walenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy D. Wally across all social media. The assistant to the co-host is Jose Martinez, and you can follow him at Chipotle_bear. The assistant to the co-host is Chance Siegel, and you can follow him at BubbleBoyN7. The intern to the assistant to the co-hosts is Jason Jarrett, and you can follow him at XBaconGaming. You can also follow the show at The Nerd Chat across all social media. And as always, see you online.